And we'll shut up a moment because just listen how quiet this vehicle is. With 6 wheels called the Coyote as well. Look at this and think, my goodness, is it still in service? This is the British Army's Scimitar, and it was part of that CVRT family, combat vehicle reconnaissance tract, dating back to the 1960s. Scorpion, some of the blokes in the audience, you might well have had that. How lovely they were. It looks in the wrong scale, doesn't it? It's too small compared to everything else.
Sorry, the driver got told off the other day for going too fast. Just got a lot quicker, was it? You got slower.
Now, a couple of more modern-looking vehicles, these MRAP vehicles coming round now. So what are these fellows?
So in the front we have the Foxhounds, one of the newest vehicles we have in the British Army. And behind that we have the Mastiff. It negates that huge heat explosion you get from an RPG.
Now this has got some pretty impressive suspension on it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the issue with suspension, if the suspension penetrates through the hull, it causes weak spots. So if you look at the black bars down the side, lower of the vehicle, you'll see that that's torsion bar suspension mounted externally to the vehicle. The Foxhound also has another party trick, which has got rear wheel steering, which means it can essentially turn around on its axis. This comes in really important. It's a Challenger 2 theatre entry standard. You notice I step back there because I know the driver, a bit of a liability. But yeah, you can see it's got all the theatre entry standard equipment on there.
So this vehicle normally lives up the road, some of you may have passed it, Armoured Trials and Development Unit, and basically this is the Challenger 2, that if we have a new piece of equipment, this is the vehicle they bolt it to so that they can test, will it interfere with something else already on the vehicle. Theatre entry standard is when we add everything when it's going off to fight. So when they train, there's an example down the other end, they look a lot more naked as it were, they look simpler. This has now got the extra armour on. And what's this camouflage system? What's this netting almost on the outside?
This is a Barracuda. It's designed to reduce the thermal signature of the vehicle. Originally brought out there just for extra camouflage, but actually in Iraq we found out that it reduces the temperature inside the vehicle as well, so that gives you that added bonus.
So the idea, Challenger 2's been in service a while, hunter-killer system we can look at. Served on one of these. Take us through this hunter-killer, the idea about how you acquire targets.
So it's got quite a clever hunter-killer system. The commander's got a 360 panoramic sight with his own laser rangefinder, and the gunner has a very similar sight. The idea being the commander can spot a target, laser it, track it, put the information in the fire control computer. So once the gunner's finished killing his target, a simple push of a button, the gun will go round and then instantly engage the next. It's essentially just limited to the speed.
Now as well, so down the side, is that reactive armour or is it just extra Dorchester?
That's extra composite armour there, and it feeds into the sort of urban operations, but also it's great for conventional operations. It gives you that extra protection for flanking fire.
And there he is making smoke to help hide himself. How does he do that?
He's ejecting diesel onto the exhaust, creates that smoke screen. It's great for hiding the vehicle, but also great for deception. And active protection systems, the ability to shoot these weapons down.
Now one of the questions really is obvious thing to ask here at the Tank Museum. Is the tank got a future? With any luck, fairly soon we'll be starting to see Challenger 3 go into service. So extra armour on the sides.
Yeah, if you look at
One times T-72 static in woodline. My call sign has engaged and destroyed. Conditions are set for the craft to carry out the obstacle clearance. Over. 0, roger out.
Engineers are using the CRAV, the Challenger Armoured Repair and Recovery Vehicle. This is based on the Challenger 1 main battle tank. And instead of an armament, this vehicle is fitted with a powerful winch for use in recovery when a vehicle is difficult to reach. It also has a small crane, predominantly used for vehicle engine lifts when deployed on operations or on exercise. And as currently being demonstrated, the beamer, the bulldozer earth moving attachment, which in this case is being used to fill in the anti-tank ditch.
Hello Foxtrot 22 Alpha, this is 0. Move now to the south through the AO to confirm enemy sighting and identify possible Alpha Group FUV locations. Over. Foxtrot 22 Alpha, roger, out.
So the recce group will now exploit over the obstacle and continue to lead the advance to contact. They will look to confirm that any more enemy over the obstacle and identify possible battle group forming up point and line of departure locations. The Scimitar commander confirms an enemy bunker position and marks the forming up point ready for the subsequent battle group attack.
Hello 0, this is Foxtrot 22 Alpha, forming up point grid, Sierra uniform 270570, 270570, over. 0, roger out.
BGHQ is formulating an attack secure orders card to inform all in the battle group of the enemy's strength and location. The Warrior's role at this point is to deliver the infantry as close to the enemy objective as tactically possible. You will see the infantry section using fire team manoeuvre, keeping constant fire to keep the enemy's heads down as they close in on the enemy. Has now dropped off his Delta fire team to provide fire support to Charlie fire team and close in and clear the enemy position. The section commander will now drop off his point of fire as a second point of fire support. At this point, the section commander and the grenadier prepare their grenades ready to move in silently onto the enemy position.